briefly now, we'll look at the two starters who get the ball here in game one. And here's how the visiting San Francisco Giants line up in this one. Danny, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, I'm pretty excited to get a chance to see Brandon Crawford. He's one of those.
Crawford and Posey are dangerous. Parker is as well at the bottom of the order.
I love watching him in those situations, and hopefully we'll have that in this game as well.
Alex Reyes will do the pitching in front of the hometown crowd here in game one. Harold, what do you got?
Well, Matt, I love watching this guy pitch. Look, he's one of the young guns in the league, and he continues to learn. It seems like every outing I watch him, he gets better. He's learned this craft in the major leagues, and he's growing up right in front of us.
Yep.
All right, here's how the Cards line up defensively, brought to you by Majestic.
How we look defensively. Third base is the worry.
He can motor. He can cover the ground in the outfield, and he's got a strong enough arm. You can play him in right, left, or center.
Lead one for San Francisco. Center fielder number 9, Cameron Maybin.
A lot of pressure.
Line shot.
One pitch, one out.
And there's one away.
Brandon Crawford.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. Into the windup and the pitch. There's a knee-high pitch that
Wind is going in.
Can't complain a bit about the weather here. 75 degrees our temperature at first pitch. Bases are empty, one man out.
Should be a good thing, could be a bad thing. We'll see.
0-2 now as Crawford comes up empty on that one. And there are our umpires for this one. Working the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Now, Matt, Dave Lawrence is going to remind you a lot of James Kingsley. He comes from that old school of when you hit your spots, he's going to call it. He has a tendency to call one side of the play a little bit more than the other.
Change up, and he ain't buying it. 1-2.
Strike 3, Reyes.
Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
With how hard guys throw these days, 94 miles an hour is good, but not as impressive as it used to be. Professional hitters can catch up with that, so it's all about setting the fastball up with good off-speed stuff to make it look more effective. And that's exactly what he did right there.
Pitch of the at-bat. Makes a look down at the knees for a strike.
Hey, when one of your better pitches is the straight changeup, you can't be afraid to throw it at any count and at any time. And, hey, first pitch, if they're going to take it for strike 1, they're going to give it to you. Go ahead and throw it.
And he misses with it, 1-1. 2 out, nobody on.
He's got to be careful.
Fastball, and he has to bend out of the way of that one.
Hey, that's a classic piece of pitching right there. You have to back hitters away from the plate to make them a little bit uncomfortable. Now you can go inside or outside. I like that purpose pitch.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time.
Question is what I want to do here. 3-1 count. And 1, 2, 3.
Long is there.
Good start.
Carpenter gets him, and that ends the inning. Giants down in order. And now the Cardinals get their first shot at it here. No score. Now a moment here in St. Louis to look at the Cardinals starting lineup. Harold, what's the key for them against one of the best starters in the game?
Tell you what, Matt, they got a great pitcher going, so it takes the pressure off the offense. You know you don't need 5 or 6 runs to win a game. You just scrape out a couple, and he's going to make it stand up.
Johnny Cueto gets the call in hostile territory here for Game 1 of the Division Series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, you don't see a lot of guys that have 5 pitches, right? Sometimes it's hard to master even 2 or 3, but if you can master 5 like he has, he'll be in pretty good shape.
All right, time for majestic defensive alignment for the Giants. And I'm looking out there in the outfield of Cameron Maven. This young man's got galloping, loping strides. He can play center, left, right. He goes and gets it, and he's got a nice arm. He's really got a good feel on the defensive side.
Here's Gerard Dyson. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Leading up for St. Louis, center fielder, Gerard Dyson.
Nope.
And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball, 1-0. And he watches one miss outside, 2-0 now. Down low, and the plot thickens here, 3-0. Michael Brantley is on deck. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Here it is on 3-1. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
It looked like this at bat had the makings of a leadoff walk when it started 3-0. So that's a good job not to give in and battle back to earn the strikeout. That's not always easy to do.
Here's Michael Brantley. Ball 1. Career head-to-head meetings with Johnny Cueto. 0 for 5. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Hard hit ball to second.
Base hit, first hit of the series. Good job, Mike.
It's a base hit.
Well, sometimes you make the perfect pitch and you still give up a base hit. That ball's down, and he just scooped it out and drove it through the infield.
Great start. The MVP up to bat.
Here's Matt Carpenter as he'll take a look at a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Man at first for him following the 1-out single. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Started that swing a bit too early.
Now on 0-2, I don't think we're going to see any more hittable fastballs. If we see one at all, it'll probably be extended out of the zone, or at least that'll be the intent.
And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2.
You know, that almost works like a pitch out there. Maybe you get the guy to chase out of the zone, but at the very least, it gives the catcher something good to throw if the man on first is on the move.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And the fastball easy to lay off that time. 2-2.
kind of pitching him backwards in this AB. Soft stuff early, then those last two were fastballs, trying to get it right by him.
Runners on first with one down. And this is fouled back. And
good job fouling it off.
Right there, sometimes you can just miss a ball. Doesn't mean you have to swing and miss, but that ball's right in his wheelhouse, and he didn't square it up the way he'd like to. He missed it.
Pitch count significantly higher already than what I had to face.
Now another 2-2.
It's just one out.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate.
Fatigue.
Chop foul over.
Man, Carp's having a great at bat right now.
Well, that's 3 foul balls in a row. He's definitely battling up there.
Pitch number 8.
Another 2-2 offering. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down the third, and no swing. It's ball 3. He's ready. Now the payoff pitch. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going.
Great at bat to start the game, though.
He's set. Here's the 3-2. And another foul ball.
It's a great at bat to start the game. Pitch number 11.
The next 3-2.
And take the walk.
But he won't draw a throw. That's taken for ball 4, and it's first and second now with one away. Coming to the plate now, Rendell Britchett. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. And a ball 1-0.
Matt, this is a big bat right here. Big half inning right here. They shut him down at the top of the first, and now you come in and you got a chance to get a lead. This place is already ready to erupt.
Yeah, 20 pitches and 1 out.
From the fans. They score a run, it's going to go crazy.
The 1-0 delivery. Takes a knee-high fastball.
What a great adjustment. The high fastball in the first one didn't have a good release point. The next one he's able to put it on the corner, correcting himself as the at-bat goes on. I love it.
Game will take longer because I'm watching everything. That's fine. I'm only playing 2 anyway, so I'll be able to finish. Gritchy! Aww.
Maven is there to take it, and that's the second out of the inning. And with 2 away now, let's give you a look at the big picture here. There you see the participants in this year's playoffs.
Thanks, Luigi. I'll try not to.
Standing in, Reed Comstock.
I'll try not to.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Here's the first pitch, chopped foul right at home plate, and that's the first strike. Good lead off the second there. Now the pitch. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
Well, you're in trouble at the plate if you fall behind this guy 0-2, so that was a good job to hold up right there.
Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. Checks his swing. This will be strike 2 call.
Well, he's got himself in a little bit of a jam, but I tell you what, he does as good a job as anybody. First and second, 2 outs. Now watch how he pitches on the corners and tries to get himself out of this.
Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. An inning in the books tonight, still scoreless here on MLB Network.
Guess it really didn't matter with the taking third.
Lead it off here to begin the second.
Figure Brantley would be quick enough to get on base anyway, if the opportunity, or get score from second anyway, so.
Overshift here. Now the pitch. Too high that time with the inning's first pitch. It's ball one.
Ultimately, it didn't really matter. Not a terrible thing.
Now the pitch. Right over the middle, knee high. Right down the chute that time. 1-2.
Oh, that's for sure going to be a pitch he wants back. You're not going to get many balls right in the wheelhouse from a top-level arm like this.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Swung on in the dirt for the third
I'll
strike.
take that. 1 out.
The throw to first is in time. 1 down.
Yeah, I don't think honestly, I don't think there's any team that'll ever be good enough in baseball to have that many wins. I had a lot of luck to get as many as I did. But it'd be nice if the Cardinals maybe had, I don't know, 3 more wins to be in that second wild card spot, at least lead the hunt. But for as awful as I honestly think the team is in real life, I think they're a flawed team. As bad as they've been, the fact that they're only 2 games out of that wild card spot is humorous. They really shouldn't be. I guess 2.5. They're 2 back in the loss column there.
There's a swing and a high pop-up. Comstock has
hanging around, but more than likely they're not going to make the playoffs. And they shouldn't. They haven't done enough to get there. I can live with that.
And that'll bring up the left-handed hitting outfielder Hyun-Soo Kim. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. Into the windup and the pitch. Curveball that time, not even close.
You're an Angels fan? A rough finish for you guys.
And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike.
Schedule was brutal down the stretch, and some heartbreaking losses during that stretch too.
And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses.
But the AL should be fun to watch. I would love to see Cleveland and Houston in the ALCS. I think that'd be a great series.
The sign. Here comes the 2-1. And this pitch is hit foul off to the left and out of play, so the count goes to 2-2 now. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch down the third baseline.
I'm surprised he hit that pitch.
As it holds at 2-2. Here's another 2-2. This is hit high in the air.
Brantley will get there.
After it is Brantley.
3-2.
He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. Giants are down 1-2-3. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score.
Yeah, the bullpen alone, pitching in general, but the bullpen has really blew some terrible games for them. Six, 7, 8. Okay.
The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
I know a lot of people are kind of like, oh, Cleveland because of the long win streak they had, but I've been saying for a while, didn't think they would have a streak like that at the, end of the season. But I thought that Cleveland just needed to get healthy going into the playoffs. They're as healthy as they're going to get.
And it's 2-1. I like that pitch right there. You know he's keyholing you 2-0, and you put one right on the corner. He's not going to swing at it, and now all of a sudden you're back in the count again.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Now a swing, and he pops it.
Get out of play.
And this is going to wind up a foul ball.
Just didn't want to touch that.
Looking to hit off the fastball and adjust. That's a pretty good swing.
All fastballs.
2 fastballs now in a row.
Yep, gotta upgrade it next year. I think you guys would be around because you had some holes in the lineup. Simmons had a great season for you guys. I feel bad as a Cardinal fan. Obviously, I still support Mr. Pujols. Wish he could have a little bit of a higher average for you guys, but the Angels will be around next year. I have a feeling.
Well, Matt, as advertised, he's broke out with a good fastball. He likes to pitch out the fastball, but this was in the mid-90s. We'll see him be aggressive most of this game with that fastball.
Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
He had some really good late action on that slider right there. It's hard to do anything with that pitch unless you're sitting on it and catch it out front before it breaks all the way in.
And a change up here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Lifted the other way to left
Another
center.
routine foul ball.
Nathan is there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. So stepping in, Jed Jerko trying to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Fouled back. The windup and the 0-1. Grounder down the line at third.
I thought that was going to be a base hit. Sneak it by. Oh well.
But a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Down in order go the Cardinals.
Would have been nice.
Move to the third with no score. Digging in, Jarrett Parker. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Yeah, it's a pretty. It's a good World Series.
Ready to deliver. Here's
Probably the craziest finish
Smoked on the ground up the middle.
I've seen in one. Down to the last strike twice. Game 6 would be a game that I will never, ever, ever, ever forget as long as I live. Crazy swing of emotions in that game.
This is how they jumpstart their offense for the rest of the game.
Are we talking about current player? As in Matt Carpenter, or are we talking about overall players, as in Chris Carpenter? All right.
First offering on its way. Now a ball hit hard toward
Yes. Ugly double play. I'll take it though. Very, very lucky.
Sometimes for a first baseman, the best thing you do is just go ahead and tag the guy like that. Hey, there's a lot more that can go wrong when you try to throw to
Matt,
the pitcher.
okay, cool. I love his swing. I have a similar swing in real life, so I have hit the ball with him really well this season and last season too. This is my actual second season. But
Here's the first pitch to him.
he's had a really good year. Hopefully he'll be able to continue. So if he does, that'll really help our chance of making a run out of the World Series here. And on cue, fellow Angel fan comes in here. What's up, Ryan? And yeah, Garrett Anderson was pretty dope. Loved his swing.
Stepping up to the plate, Alex Reyes. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
All right.
Into the windup and the pitch. In there at the knees as he offers a strike to the leadoff man. 0-1. Now the pitch. And this catches the inside corner. Good spot there. It's 0-2.
He's really throwing the ball well in this game. And the thing to me that stands out is that two-seamer. He's got great movement, and he's keeping hitters off balance with it.
Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. Gordon is over, and he puts it away for the
How much I have to really do on that one?
Center fielder number 4.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Gerard Dyson. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And the pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. There is Dozier. And the throw gets him as he takes away a hit that time.
Good range showing off into the hole right there. That's not
Colin's favorite player right now. I just say Poole still is my favorite player. My favorite future player, we'll have to see how he is Scotty.
As he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1.
Wainwright is my favorite current pitcher. I don't have a future favorite. Guess we'll see.
Here, 2-0.
He may be
a little flinch there
after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They did miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
From the windup,
here would be nice.
3-0 now.
Well, right here, this is what you live for when you know.
Speaking of Carpenter, the 2-time MVP, chilling on deck.
And this misses for ball 4. The second walk he surrendered here in the first 3 innings. Digging in to try it again, Matt Carpenter. He drew a walk his first time up.
Crazy at bat, as you can see, last time up 11 pitches.
Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away.
Pitch count's good, just not getting any production from it.
The 0-1 pitch. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Lifted the other way out to left center. Maben on the run. He's not going to have a play on it, and this might bring home
the MVP comes through. The opening salvo is fired.
As the run comes across to score.
Great piece of hitting here. Man on first, and they're playing him to pull. He crosses them up and goes the other way with it, making the out.
Yeah, he's gonna have to have a bounce back season. He really struggled this year.
Come all the way around from first to score, and that was a great.
He had some It's funny because I don't feel like his eye has been bad. It's just their production has been bad.
Here's Randall Grichuk. As he'll take a look at ball 1. So far,
I just want production. At this point, I'll take whatever I can get. Been saying that for most of the season. I don't care who starts. I don't care who's on the field. As long as you're producing, I'll take it. All right. See if we can add one more.
Rachel pauses. Here it comes on 1-0. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away.
Well, that's back-to-back
50 pitches in the third. It bodes well.
Will they come back with a third?
If we can continue to add.
Away for ball 2, 2-1.
Well, that's a good pitch, but you have to get a little bit closer to the plate than that. That's that big sweeping slider. If it was a little closer, you might get a swing.
From the stretch. In the air to straightaway center.
And that'll be a fly out.
Maben is there.
But maybe we get lucky. No.
And that'll end the inning.
All right, Carpenter. I'll take it. I was kind of hoping it'd be a home run for the 2, but I'll take 1. More importantly, I didn't want it to bounce over the wall.
More baseball on MLB Network right after this. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Cameron Maben. He'll try to.
Speaking of the Angels,
first pitch coming.
I know, right?
And now a swing.
Hey, what are you swinging
That's
at?
what you call establishing the inside part of the plate. It's strike 1.
You know, Matt, he's having great success, but I can't say it's because of the first pitch strike. Now, that's over 60% of the time he's throwing that for a strike, but usually to have this kind of success, you would think the ratio would be much higher.
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1.
I was like, I'm kind of hungry, but I wanted to go get food. I want to get something to drink, which is why I was going to start the stream late. And then I had to change of heart. I'm like, yeah, I'll start it. I'll get something to drink after. Don't know how long 2 games will take.
I like the early changeup. Now it sets up your fastball and all your other off-speed stuff.
Definitely going to take a little bit longer since I'm watching all the cutscenes.
He's got him off balance now. Well, I think he's trying to get that 2-strike fastball.
Oh yeah, that's another 20-30 minutes, honestly.
Plate right there. Fortunately, he fouled it off instead of putting it in the seats.
Hit the other way out toward right field.
Grichuk.
And that's the
2 outs. Yeah, I still have the Cavs coming out of the East too. For the obvious. At the end of the day,
he's 0 for 1 thus far.
It's LeBron. It's his world. We all live in it. He's good enough to carry that team. Love will be more productive now. Wade can help in spots.
Just 1 hit and no errors on the Giant ledger to this point. Hard on the ground toward short. And a base hit into left field, so they've got themselves a 1-out base runner.
Well, that right there is perfect for taking the ball inside and shoot it the other way. You hear that terminology, hands inside the ball. The only way you're going to do that is you pull your hands in hard and stay inside the baseball. Nice piece of hitting.
Here's Buster Posey now. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. That's back toward the mound. This will be a tough turn, however. And he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out.
Oh crap, I didn't even realize. I thought it was 2 outs. It's only 1 out. Crap.
For another chance, Brian Dozier, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
Don't think I would have had a double play there, but that could still be costly.
It just misses inside.
That pitch right there, he's trying to keep him from getting his arms extended. If it's out over the plate more, he can obviously do it.
It must be nice to have those conversations as a Cardinal fan right now. We're just kind of like, well, what do we have? Like, honestly, what do we have? Is Lynn, are we going to go re-sign Lynn back?
Just 2 hits apiece thus far. And
what are we doing?
It just misses the inside corner.
Well, that 2-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
Happens from time to time.
From the belt, the pitch.
I'll live.
2-2 now. Well, that changeup right there sets up a lot of things.
I've done worse.
He'd come back in with a fastball, and it's going to look like it's moving a little bit better. Or he can go back to that changeup.
Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. Swing and a ball hit to the left side.
Clearly we're not throwing that pitch. It's looking away, but we'll go away this time. So off speed.
Here it comes. And that changeup didn't tempt anybody and misses for ball 3.
Now on 3 and 2 as a pitcher, you've got to go with the pitch that you feel most comfortable throwing with.
And that misses ball 4, so it's first and second now with 2 out.
Well, he loses them there, but that's just the first walk he's given up, along with a couple of hits, so his command has been pretty solid so far.
Digging in, Mike Moustakas. 2 men on, 2 away here in the
should have something up and in. Off the plate. Alright, Luigi, we'll have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. And another pop-up.
Drifting into foul territory.
I'll take it.
Right side. And he'll get under it to put it away in foul territory, and that ends the inning. Giants leave a couple. It remains
Ryan.
Stepping into the box, Reed Comstock. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Number 19.
And thanks for the follow.
Low for ball one.
Welcome to the dark side.
Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
1 and 15. I'm just worried about the Bucks getting healthy. Late on that pitch.
Down the line and right and in amongst the fans.
But doing good again, like I said, the pitch count. Different mindset in the playoffs. I know these games matter. So being a little more selective of what I'm taking and what I'm swinging at.
Set to deal on 2-2. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now.
No need to rush. Get to the bullpen, especially in a long series. You can get to the bullpen and kind of get guys taxed. It could pay dividends if it goes 4 or 5 games.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And here's a ball hit in the air. Dozier ranging in shallow right. 1 down.
Oh, you guys be good. I'm pretty sure Watson's going to be the dude.
First at bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Into the windup and the pitch. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. Fooled him a bit as this is hit high in the air towards right center and shallow. Parker has a long run, but he takes charge for route number 2.
Second baseman.
So with the fly out there coming on the fastball, seems like an appropriate time to check out our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And these two guys have both displayed their power arms so far with top speeds at 94 and 97 respectively. Riding into the box, Colton Wong. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Colton.
Swing and a drive hit well out to right field.
Maybe.
Parker going back to the track. No. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. 1-2. There go the Cardinals. But
matchup situation. I'm just thankful that they won today. I didn't think they would. I was half expecting, like, I don't want the Cubs to celebrate on our field.
Leading out for the Giants, the left fielder number 25.
I don't want them celebrating at all, honestly. I mean, it's inevitable. They're going to win a division. But,
the first pitch to him.
Still hanging around in the wild card hunt. Unfortunately, the Dodgers, I believe, are who the Rockies play next. And let's be honest, Dodgers don't really have any incentive to do anything to help anybody out.
Here's the pitch.
We've played Milwaukee.
And a check swing here, but he pretty clearly broke the plane, and it's 0-2 now.
Okay. Favorable count.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Not just a favorable count, also a favorable pitch count.
Very well could see it again here, though.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2.
Especially if he keeps pitching like this.
The stands in right, so we'll try it again at 1-2. Ready on 1-2. To 2 balls.
Damn it, just gotta avoid the home run. Easier said than done.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch.
Strike 3.
Strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Great spot on that 2-2 fastball. You can't place it on the inside corner any better than that. And as a hitter, there's just not a whole lot you can do with that.
Yep, sat right in there. Can't complain about that.
Love seeing a guy that can work the inside with his fastball.
Jarrett
Into
Parker.
the box now, Jarrett Parker. As he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's
Cardinal
1-0.
killer.
1 for 1 after a single his first time up. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Dyson racing back, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. And he's 2 for 2 as he's in there with a double.
So up until this point, they've had to scratch for every single thing.
The wind blowing in saved me from that being a tie game.
Out of the park. So
Or this being a tie game.
And his partner can pick him up right here.
Off the wall. Whew, close call. I believe the number 8 guy is up. Don't have to pitch to him. I don't want to.
Brady Gordon, as he takes a fastball off the plate for a ball 1-0. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Well aware of this too. So, be selective of how I pitch to this guy.
And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1.
If you're going to complain about the officiating, trust me, I'm going to go right back out there.
Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone, 1-2.
Really deceptive.
It's a good pitch too, because after you think you just saw something low on the way, borderline, they call it a strike, so of course you want to go out there and extend the strike zone.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes.
Three, let's go.
Hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes outnumbered 2.
Through 5.
That's a pretty good pitch right there. That fastball.
If we can get through Johnny.
You can see that he just isn't able to get those arms extended, and pretty ugly swing right there.
Standing in now, Johnny Cueto, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors on the Giant ledger to this point. Looking at strike 2, a fastball that catches the inside corner.
Boy, Matt, he's in some kind of groove, and they better get something working because he is 1 pitch away from throwing 5 shutout innings. Talk about dominant work so far.
And the changeup is way low there.
Try to get him to chase.
Yeah, that's a smart miss there. Sometimes guys will chase it down there, especially when they're in protect mode on an 0-2 count.
Definitely thought the pitcher would, that's for sure.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning.
5 shutout. To the bottom of the 5th we go.
They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. Here's Jed Jerko now.
And for me, 8-9-1.
For 1 in the ball game.
Hey, AZ Kid, welcome back. You can see you're about the midway point of this game.
Into the windup and the pitch. 8-9-1.
Johnny has been inconsistent, so that's part of the reason why he's getting
He's throwing the ball so
kind of screwed on calls on the block here.
Most of the calls around the plate.
Dodgers are winning 3-1.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. And there's one well
I'll take
above
a
the
walk.
zone for a ball.
Walk him, bun him over, and see what we can do.
2-0 to a great hitter like this. This is when you really have to pay attention as a pitcher. And if you have good off-speed stuff, this might be the time to start mixing in your off-speed stuff.
Just can't drive the ball. Carpenter got one, went out the opposite field, but can't really drive the ball against Johnny today.
Digging in, Alex Reyes. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And now a pitch on the way.
With Nick Young.
With a called strike. One out, nobody
And for
on.
Freeman too. But Nick Young, that's hilarious.
And a pitch in the dirt as he goes off.
I scored, if I remember correctly, Brantley.
The pitch. And he takes a cold
I think Brantley got a hit. And Carpenter hit a opposite field double. He got a single, and Brantley got a single,
2-2.
Well, these are
and Carpenter had an opposite field double.
Instead of trying to work around him,
It hit, like, it bounced, and it hit high up on the wall. If it would have went over, it would have been a ground rule double second and third, so we were lucky.
Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out.
And back to the top of the order.
Now batting, center fielder.
Ready once again, Gerard Dyson.
For the most part, the pitch count has actually been pretty good. It started good.
First offering on its way. This now is hit to second. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? He does. 7 in a row he's set down now as the side is retired. Down in order go the Cardinals, but they hold a 1-0 lead.
Actually, Brantley got walked. I take it back because Brantley had a single early. Brantley got walked. And the opposite field double.
And Dan, he and his fellow top of the
order to deep center.
Really offered much help for this lineup so far.
No, your 1-2-3 guys are the ones you look to generate a lot of action, and they just haven't been up to the task so far in this one. Still time.
And they've had 2 runners in scoring position, and both have been left on base. So, we've been fortunate. Reyes, unfortunately, is a guy that has the lowest amount of stamina of my aces. So I definitely will have to go to the bullpen this game. Don't think he will be lasting much longer. I feel like his next time up in the lineup he's coming out.
Is there, and that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting, shortstop, Brandon Crawford.
Still worried about Crawford though. Crawford and Posey are dangerous.
Digging in and looking for more, Brandon Crawford. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. First pitch on its way. Now a swing and a
First at bat, we got him to chase the 2-seamer out the zone. As you can see, it's the playoffs, so a different approach. Actually, we'll watch everything. Give you that playoff feel.
Comes back with a good changeup there, and it's quickly 0-2.
Well, Matt, they've all seen him at this point, and clearly they're not picking him up much better. Do you see the swing on that pitch right there? Nasty.
Hit hard to third.
Oof, that was not a great pitch location.
2 down.
The Cubs, the Giants in general are dangerous because I feel like even though they've made some moves, in general they're a team that has good at-bats. 1 through 8, and when you have that, they're one of those annoying teams that will single you to death. Chinese water torture. It is, don't stop. It drives you nuts.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. A changeup that catches the corner for strike 1.
Tell you what, his spot has been the outside pitch right there, and now we're late in the game, and he continues to pound.
Done a good job avoiding the middle of the plate too.
And that'll get down for a 2-out single. 2-out hit, and that'll bring Brian Dozier to the plate this inning as well.
Looked like he was sitting on the hard stuff right there. Stayed right on it, stayed with it. Hard line drive. Great game plan.
The one guy I really do have to watch out for is Parker. He's not up yet. He got 7th, I believe. He is very dangerous. He's been a pain in my ass on this game. I have a hard time getting him out. Don't like that near the bottom of the order. No easy outs against this team, though.
A 1-0 delivery. And this one's in the dirt. And the runner will stay put, but the count moves to 2-0. Ready with the 2-0 pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Changeup stayed low that time for ball 3.
Well, he falls behind 3-1 right now, but man, he's really throwing the ball.
Interesting.
He's attacking them all game.
Hit hard back up the middle, and the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. The third baseman, Mike Moustakas.
Not getting that call, making it 3-1 instead of 2-2 makes a huge difference.
Here in inning number 6. Open stance by Moustakas, and now the pitch. High ball out to straightaway center. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away. And
survive. That's 3 innings now that they've had a guy on second base.
Down 1-0. Ready for another shot now. Michael Brantley. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
All right, let's think. Stepping on gum. Stepping on gum definitely can be annoying, that's for sure.
Into the windup and the pitch. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
This is weird, because I know that this series, like, only am going to face Bumgarner once. Regardless of how this plays out, I really do need to try to take advantage and win both of these games. Oh, this was worried about scoring run number 2.
And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2.
And if you can see here, we scored into 3rd. Very quiet game for offenses.
Towards center, and Brantley will reach. He's got a base hit. So the inning's underway.
All right, Mikey.
Getting their leadoff hitter on base.
He's got to feel good.
MVP gets the guy on base. I like it. It's the 3rd time this game that he has come up to bat with Brantley on base.
Here's Matt Carpenter. It was an RBI double for him in his last turn to the plate.
And you see where's the cutter up high, that's what got drilled. And he had retired, Johnny had retired 7 in a row. He made a list of top 50 depressing. That would definitely be high on the list. It's so annoying, and he can't escape it.
A swing and a high drive to right center field. Ranging back is Maben.
He does it again! The MVP! And just like that, the lead extends.
It's a 2-run shot to right center. His first homer so far in the series. And the Cardinals lead it now 3-0.
Dude just keeps drilling home runs. Barely got over, I'll take it, 2 runs. Carpenter with all 3 RBIs.
People always wonder why some players make so much money. And there's your answer. The great ones find a way to rise to the occasion.
A walk, double, and home run by Matt. 2 singles and a walk by Brantley. Glad that Brantley started getting his bat together in September for me. He kind of struggled through from mid-July to August was a terrible month. Like terrible stretch of like 5-6 weeks for him. And I'd say the last 3 weeks of September he started getting his stuff together for me. And yeah, there we go. So what I wanted, get into their bullpen early. If we can get into their bullpen, it'll help us late in this series if it goes long.
Here's Randall Grichuk. As the first pitch to him,
so that's huge. Anytime you get runs anyway, it's huge. I'll take it however I can get it.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Not close. It's
and thanks, AZ Kid. Matt is Matt. He just keeps doing it.
2-0 pitch on the way.
Bad swing, but it'll be out of play.
Foul ball.
Now the interesting question I have is, what do I do? I have a decision to make. 4, 5, 6. If I get to Reyes, he's coming out the game.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch.
Likely coming out the game.
After being way ahead, now it's
do I go to the bullpen now and go with the usual of Warren, Trev, and O to close it out, or do I say, you know what, let's just leave Reyes in since we have a bigger lead?
And he lays off, so it's full now, 3-2.
Because Reyes wouldn't pitch until a game 5 anyway. Closed on Sunday. That would be.
And a good
that was ball 4.
As he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Really good late bite on that slider right there.
So good to get
late action that just darts
the count full and then take a swing at that. But slider away is a hard pitch to lay off of.
And it looks now like a right-hander's getting hot in the Giants bullpen. Into the box, Reed Comstock. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far.
If only we can get something from this part of the lineup.
Into his windup, here comes the 1-0. Ground ball left side, fielded by Moustakas. Now a low throw, but he can't knock it down at first as it gets right by him.
A gift.
And he's going to make
acceptable.
it to second base safely as he's in there. My word.
No question that he's going to be docked for throwing error there. Looked like the first
A rare error by the computer. They don't happen too often.
He decided it was too late. Runner on board with the error.
All right, well, RB opportunity here.
Bring up Aledmus Diaz. Now a swing and a ball
high
in the air over toward foul ground.
Not a great swing either.
And foul.
Oh, that's one he's going to want back right there. A fastball right in your wheelhouse, and you foul it.
0-1. Here's the pitch. That misses to the Cardinals.
Inconsistent, but his pitch count is that just trying to get pitches off of this guy. Basically delete someone from their bullpen.
Steps off a second there. Now the pitch hit to short. In time to first, and there are 2
Second baseman, number 16, Colton Wong.
Colton Wong will stand in. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
All 4 of my hits have been by those 2 guys.
Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Kim's there for it.
And it will stay that way. But the big blow comes from the MVP.
Do strike for 2, both coming on this 2-run dinger. The 6, 7, 8 hitters coming up to start the 7th. It's now a 3-0 lead for St. Louis. Welcome back to Busch Stadium here in St. Louis.
So, I have a lefty and a righty warmed up. I am going to pitch Reyes until he gives up something that warrants him coming out the game.
Digging in to try it again. Hyun-Soo Kim.
See if I get one more inning. If I do, then I will go to the bullpen for 8 and 9.
Here's the first pitch. Takes a high fastball.
Having faith in one of my aces.
First pitch strike, right? Look, it's not great what he's been doing, but he's over 60% of the time. First pitch is going to be a strike. That's a nice little nugget to have if you're the starting pitcher.
Oh, got him a swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Because this shutouts don't matter. The win matters. I could care less if he gets the complete game shutout. I just want to advance to the next round. That's what's important.
But what he's trying to do with that pitch is to expand the strike zone. Maybe you get a guy to offer at it, but at the very least,
hey, I would be totally down for that.
high in the air. Reyes.
All right, one out. Now the hardest guy for me to get out in this lineup, Jarrett Parker.
Trying to pick things up where he left off. Jarrett Parker. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line.
Then that ball almost carried out for a home run. It hit off the wall.
And that's lifted the other way out to left. There to pull it in is Brantley, and there are 2 gone now.
Wicked, what's up, dude? This is game 1. It's a little, the games are going to take a little longer because I'm going to be watching all of the cutscenes.
Riding in once again.
So I'm going to let them play out.
So far. First offering on its way. Curveball that
I'm going to for sure play 2 tonight, no matter how long it takes for the second one.
Into his windup.
And I do apologize, guys, for starting to stream a little late. I think I may end up, I forgot how long it takes when you watch everything, so I actually may start tomorrow at 9 o'clock. That should give me enough time to hopefully get 2-3 games in.
Outside 2-1. Now here it comes. And here's a ball lifted high.
Get there, Randy. Get there, Randy. Get there, Randy. Get there.
No chance to run it down. It's a foul ball.
Boy, he's been great in this one. He's only 1 strike away from putting another 0 on the scoreboard.
Line drive.
Dyson will get there. 7 innings. 7 shutout innings. Cool. You might die of laughter.
Still down 3-0.
Living in Arizona, I imagine it's probably a little toasty out there. A little warm out here in San Diego today. Went for a nice run. Probably tweet a picture of how long I ran for. One of my buddies here, like the first friend that I made down here in the living where I live, because I like to run, so I was running on the beach, and I'm not very, I admit that I can be socially awkward at times, because I'm introverted, so I get nervous when I talk to people, especially people I don't know, and he was like kind of stretching and just not doing anything, so I struck up a conversation with him, and he's like, oh yeah, I live, you know, so-and-so, blah blah, I like to run a lot. I'm like, oh, pretty cool. And what do you know? We live a block away from each other, and he said that he runs all the time, so that's how we end up becoming friends. We would run together, you know, 2-3 times a week, and then talk on the way back and stuff. We both like the same football team. We're both Buccaneer fans, so yeah, pretty cool. But today I think he doesn't like me that much because I went for a really long run, and that 11th mile, about at the 11.5 mile mark, I saw him kind of losing steam at mile, honestly, 10. Because usually you run 8. And yeah, it looked like he was about to fall down when we hit 12. So I'm like, yeah, we can stop. Like, no, I'm good. I can run longer. Like, yeah, dude, you're done. Nolan, calm down. Like, we can... I can't carry you back. He's not a big dude. He's about the same size as me, but it's just too much effort. Alex Reyes.
Ready once again, Alex Reyes. He's been great on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned
will be coming out the game.
Yeah, that when a guy's throwing the ball as well as
let's see something here.
Forces the manager's hand to stay with. He's been exciting to watch, and he's really had this crowd behind him the entire game.
They have 2 lefty relievers, okay. Actually, let me see something. Do they have one warming up? They have Smith. Okay. Your sleep schedule's messed up. Not sure my sleep schedule ever good. On my best day, like when I was in college, that was the sleep schedule for champions.
That is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of, and a lot of times if you do swing at that cutter in, you're going to end up with some fun in a broken bat.
What was a typical It is the difference of a couple of years. My first year, my roommate stayed up super late. Will, amazing dude. We both would go to sleep every night. Like, we would lay in bed at like 2:30 and talk till like 3:15, 3:30 about all kind of random things. Some things that are definitely not appropriate. And I felt sorry for the girls that lived next door because I probably heard shit that they... We're just not going to talk about that on stream. But, yeah, we talked about all kinds of things and
lifted in the air out towards left center.
Couldn't get enough to get it deeper. But, we go to sleep, like, we lay down like 2:45, 2:30 and talk until basically someone stopped talking. And then I had class at 8 in the morning.
He struck out once.
Those girls definitely did not like us, though, that's for sure.
Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
I know they didn't like. I don't say. I felt people didn't like him in the beginning because he had a job. Like, he is a criminal. He was a criminal justice major, and he had a job working for the university police, like student jobs. You can only work 20 hours, and it was just like doing guard duty at different places on campus. Nothing that would get people in trouble really. It was like, hey, you know, the gym or the gym's open 24 hours, so probably want to have people over there, and, you know, to keep bad things from happening. Fraternity row. There's always guards over there for the obvious reason. And then the library closed at 1, 2 in the morning, so they needed people over there because you have people walking all over campus to go there to study and stuff, so you need to make sure that they're safe.
A fastball here, and this is softly hit and...
But yeah, we used to stay up super late, and even now, like, to me, ideally, if everything was perfect, I would go to sleep every night at like 2, 3 in the morning. Because if you remember Wicked, I used to work 2 to 11, get off at 11.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left. Backhanded.
Good play, Diaz. No, he's out. He's out. He's out. Let me review that.
Hold on here, though. You can see the skipper heading out of the dugout now, so that...
And I'll take the time to look.
Safe call might be challenged.
But I'm pretty sure he was out on that one.
Yeah, I wasn't so sure about him being safe either, but here's another shot of it right here. Not easy to tell for sure from that shot.
Not even close. Come on, man.
To see what they want to do with this one.
If I had used a challenge earlier, that was kind of a close call and got it wrong, I would have got cheated out of an out.
That's a thumbs up from the bench, so they will challenge the call on the field.
Yeah, I worked while we're looking at this. I worked 2 to 11, got off work at 11, got to the gym by 11:30, worked out, like literally walked in and just had the mindset straight to the machines, because the gym on campus, which I still have a membership to, is 24 hours. For the most part. I mean, it closes Friday night and Saturday night. It still opens early Saturday and Sunday morning. There we go.
So the original call is overturned.
Work out until about 12:30, get home at 12:45, put my food on, take a shower, and be ready to eat and stream by 1 o'clock. And then I stream from 1 to 4-ish. That was a life. Those were fun streams too. Mario Maker, a lot of Wii U happened in that stream. Baseball happened in some of those streams too. But a crap ton of Wii U, which I can still get to. I'm looking at it right now.
1 and 2 now as this catches the outer half.
Because guess what? In a month, Mario Odyssey. I'll be happy to stream that.
Good job to spoil that one away.
Very happy to stream that.
I like the call for the 2-strike change.
Looking forward to that game so much.
He got away with one right there.
1-2 pitch is a curveball that misses 2-2.
Well, that's what you want from your curveball on 1 and 2.
That's how, like, I think that's when I first started doing actual streams on a regular basis. Were those streams.
A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Hit hard on the ground is short. Diaz picks it up. Throw on to first takes care of Maven, and there are 2 away.
Yeah, Mario Odyssey will be one game that I'm going to probably stop a lot of other things going on. That will be one, and then I'll factor in some other games. But I'm super pumped for that game.
Here's the shortstop, Brandon Crawford. And they're down to their final 4 outs here, Dan.
Yeah, it's not looking too good for them right now, Matt. They've got a significant hill to climb, but they've got to take it one bat at a time. A couple of guys get on and...
Alright, we're in pretty good shape here. 4 outs away. I have my closer on deck if need be. Still got to get the outs, of course.
Skied into straightaway.
Surprising with a changeup.
Moving under it, Grichuk.
Alright, 8 shutout innings. Easiest way to win. Don't give up any runs.
They trail in this one 3-0. Will Smith is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Okay, they bring in a lefty. I'm not even sure who I have up to bat.
Here's
Lefties.
His career line against Will Smith, 0 for 4.
See what we can do.
And that misses for ball 1. And this is
and Brantley continues to hit. Lefty righty doesn't matter. 3 for 3.
3 for 3 in this one. So their half of the 8th opens with a man aboard.
Well, he's having himself quite a day. 3 for 3 after that single right there. He's putting in some quality work and getting rewarded for it.
Good swing for him tonight. And the star of the game.
Already a home run and a double for him in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Hard hit ball
Double
to
play.
second. Dozier fields it cleanly. On to
Crap.
first, and they get them both.
Worst thing that could happen.
Here's Randall Grichuk. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once.
Who got the other hit? No one. Those 2 guys had all my hits.
Into the windup and the pitch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at
Out hit, but it doesn't matter sometimes. It's not how many you have, but when you have them. If you get them together, you're going to score runs. If you spread them out, it makes it difficult.
Hits are even right now at 5 aside. And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
And this is fouled back and out of play.
Alright, can't be stupid, because pretty much this has been... He's thrown 4 balls.
And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And he's lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving one up.
On a personal basis, all you want to do is get on base. But yeah, if you can string them together in bunches, it's always the best way to get them. Especially the extra base hits help too.
Fastball that just misses inside.
And seeing so much of their bullpen is helping my cause, because what Warren's pitched 1 inning, I can bring Owen to pitch the 9th. It's not bad.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch. Low and away as he misses.
If you're in a struggle hitting the strike zone, it's not a good look for you, because when Colton comes in, I could sub him out for Peralta, swap Peralta to the 3rd, and move Jed to 2nd. But I don't want to get too far ahead of myself right now.
The 2-0 on the way. Outside, 3-0 now.
Well, he was definitely.
But if the bases are loaded, I would consider taking Wong out.
But that was good discipline to lay off and get
just for the opportunity to have more runs. If they leave a lefty in.
There's a strike as he gets this one over. It's 3-1 now.
I'm honestly going to take this pitch too. I'll let him throw a strike if he wants to, because I know for sure then it'll be 2 more pitches. If he throws a ball, I'm going to take the first 2 pitches of the at-bat with Jed, with Diaz.
Set to deal.
I'm in no rush.
3-1. Takes a look at a strike over the inside corner.
All right, the runner will be going.
2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
Crowd gets up for the 3-2. In the air to straightaway right. Sheldon giving chase. And that ends the inning. 1 left for the Cardinals, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Here's Buster Posey now. He's going to lead things off in their half of the 9th as they try to avoid the dreaded shutout.
It's never a good feeling to get shut out, and over the course of the season, it's bound to happen a few times. They've just been overmatched.
Warren pitched well, but I'm going to go with the closer because he's my guy. He's been reliable all year.
Takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
That's from the year prior, not from the year he just had, because he obviously won the Reliever of the Year award. Alright, Wicked, I'll see you when you get back. Hopefully it'll be for game 2. AKA, this game ends after this inning.
9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike.
An uneventful ending would be great.
A windup and the 0-1. The curveball that catches the inside corner.
Well, he finds himself down 0-2, but those are 2 good pitches. Both on the inside half, both for strikes. There's nothing you can do with it. You just got to hope now you get something to hit.
And
strike 1. Or out 1, sorry.
Strikeout, and there's 1 gone.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect the fastball. You have to look for the...
One of the hardest pitches to hit, slider breaking outside. Especially 2 strikes. You feel like you have to chase it.
Here's Brian Dozier now.
But if you miss that pitch, that ball gets hammered. Because usually if you miss and it hangs over the plate, it's going a long way. If not for a home run, for a likely hit to the gap.
There's a fastball right over the inside corner. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Swing and a ball hit softly on the ground, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. And they come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's back to 2-2.
It's weird. They present their own problems. I'm thinking about it. I was just thinking, like, how would I feel if I was playing the Cubs? Cubs are a hard team to shut out. Their pitching, I feel, can be just as good. But the big thing about the Cubs is that middle of the lineup is so dangerous. Not to say these guys aren't, but it's a different type of danger with the Giants. When you face a team that doesn't hit a lot of home runs, they have to string hits together, and you know that you have the leeway of, like, okay, we can give up a single, we can give up a single here. Now we kind of have to bunker down. Double plays become a big deal, whereas with the Cubs, they have so much power. They don't need a lot of hits. Instead, it's the quality of them.
Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
And you see the shift. Everything will be inside for that reason.
Now a swing
except for that pitch, but
alright,
1-0 St. Louis.
Taken their first step as they claim game 1 here at home. This ball game is over.
Well, as a former pitcher, you know I love these low-scoring games as opposed to those slugfests. This was like a throwback game when home runs weren't so common and pitching was really dominant. No complaints here.
Had to add a little Metal Gear in here somewhere. Figured it'd be entertaining for wins to play that. Maybe if I win games in the World Series, I'll sing it. Entertain you guys.
One final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this.
Great game though for Reyes. 7 innings, 5 hits, and a walk. Bullpen came in. 2 hitless innings. Thank you, thank you. Obviously, the MVP is the player of the game is the guy that drove all the runs in.
He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, no time like the postseason to come through and lift your team to victory. He was certainly a big factor here, and it was pretty cool to see.
Dude just keeps doing it. And we'll look at a recap here, and then we'll move on to game 2. Home run barely got over the wall. That made it a 3-0 game.
The final score in this one today. The Cardinals win the opener here in the division series. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and the rest of our crew. This is Matt Vasgersian, and you've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. See you next week.
All right.
For this afternoon,
For those that came in late,
St. Louis Cardinals.
this was RBI number 1.
5 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Giants,
Brantley was on first.
5 hits with 1 error.
Came all the way around the score.
Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 42.
Then he retired 7 guys in a row.
Our paid attendance this afternoon.
And we got to this.
The Cardinals would like to thank you for joining us in baseball heaven and remind you to please drive home safely.
And the final out. Cards go up 1-0 on the game 2.